Now we've moved our object over onto the focal point itself. Now, if I actually did this in a lab and I put an object exactly on the focal point, I actually won't get an image. And that happens for a few reasons, but we're going to put on our line so you can see one of those reasons. Now, when we go to do this, we're going to use the same rules. I'm going to start with putting my line through the top of the object, straight in, and then it'll go down through the focal point. No problem drawing my first one, easy peasy. We'll try rule number 2. Now, rule number 2, I'm going to draw my line so that it goes, oh, through the focal point, and then that's not going to work. I can't even draw rule number 2 because my object's sitting on the actual focal point. I can't go through the top and then through the focal point. So I'm not going to draw rule number 2. Rule number 3, I'm going to go through the top of the object and through the center of curvature. Now I'm going to, remember, it bounces straight along itself, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put it in and take it back out. Now, if you notice with these two lines, what do you notice about them? You should notice they are parallel. They're parallel lines. This line is parallel to this line. Do parallel lines ever cross? No, they don't. They never cross. In fact, all of the light, when we put an object on the focal point, all of the light that's bouncing off of that object, because that's why we see things in mirrors, is because light bounces off the object, hits the mirror, bounces back into our eye. All of the light in this case is going to be parallel, so it will never cross, which means it will never create a clear image. You will see a fuzzy image every time. Now, the other reason why this makes sense is, remember, everything outside of the focal point so far, we have had a real image. If you think back to the labs and other experiments and videos maybe you watched, that anything inside is going to be now a virtual. So actually the focal point is where it switches from real to virtual. And if it's switching, it can't actually be both either.